so this is just kind of a microcosm of this shift in viewpoint that the Democrat Party has. This is Governor Gavin the Gruesome Newsom. There's a new law that they've passed. They're going to ban loud commercials on streaming services. Why? Let's find out. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. They say, in an effort to cut down on noise pollution from suddenly blaring advertisements on, say, Netflix or Disney Plus, California legislatures have decided that they are the gods of the internet and have passed a law to mandate that the noise level of commercials should be at the same level as the movie or TV series being streamed. Why the fuck do we need government to tell us commercials need to be the same level as the TV shows? Let's mandate it. I swear, these people think they're our parents and that they should tell us how to live our lives. Don't get me wrong. Commercials are annoying as hell. But I don't want Big Daddy government breaking out the long dick of the law and saying, you will not have commercials be... Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Governor Gavin Newsom signed the bill SB 576 that had been shepherded by Senator Thomas Umberg through the legislative process. And again, who the fuck asked for this? And of course, it passed unanimously on the Senate and Assembly floor earlier this month in Sacramento. The passage meant that starting on July 1st of next year, major streaming services will not be able to transmit the audio of commercial advertisements louder than the video content that the advertisements accompany. Why? Why would this be the job of the government? Who asked for this? Who is complaining that the audio levels weren't the same? I mean, by the way, there's a reason why they're not the same. Just FYI. The commercials are louder so that, let's say you're zoned out, watching television, half drooling, or right? A commercial pops in. It's slightly louder. Why? It wakes you up. It makes you more alert. So now you're paying attention to the commercial. But apparently the state of California says that that should not be allowed and they are going to ban it. So now we're going to have a new law that could punish people who don't comply. The law is asking, please, demanding streaming services follow the Federal Communications Commission's Commercial Advertisement Loudness Mitigation Act, or CALM Act. These acronyms are so dumb. You go through the trouble of putting a long name together so you can spell out calm. Stupid. Which went into effect in 2012 for linear TV and radio, but does not currently apply to streamers. And that's retarded too. Again, we don't need government deciding that audio has to be the same. Like, god damn. Anyway, a bill analysis by legislature committee staff noted that the Motion Picture Association, which lobbies on behalf of Disney, Netflix, Paramount, Amazon, MGM Studios, Sony, Universal, and Warner Brothers and Discovery, had voiced opposition to the effort because now they're going to have to pay someone to make sure that the audio is the same. Well, that is until AI handles it. They said the Motion Picture Association says that since streaming services are working voluntarily to address the issue of loud advertisements, and again, why? Why do we care? Why does the government have to care about loud advertisements? But it's that need. Bureaucrats, you have to understand, the way that bureaucrats think, they think that people are noisy, stupid, and chaotic. And people who tend into bureaucratic roles, they tend to be people who like order. And so they like to control people's actions. This is why you see big government types salivate, drool over mass transportation, like buses, planes, trains. They want to take us backwards in technology to fit people into old tech because it was easier to control people's movements. They want people to go to work when they want them to go to work. They want them to shop when they want them to shop. And apparently they want them to consume television in a way that appeases this weird need to control everything. Now, the Motion Picture Association went on to say that they noted that many streaming services have undertaken reasonable efforts to adjust the loudness of advertisements that come from server-side ad insertion that may be inconsistent with the loudness of programs because they're getting these commercials from third-party sources, which means that now you're asking these companies like Disney, Netflix, Paramount, etc., to then go in and re-render everyone's content to then match up. It's an undue waste of time. It's going to bring about more cost, which guess what? That means that these companies will pass that extra cost onto their viewers. That's just how that's going to work. And Newsom, on signing the bill on October 6th, touted its volume-lowering impact, saying, "We heard Californians loud and clear." Who? Who the fuck was complaining about this? And he said, and what's clear is that they don't want commercials at a volume any louder than the level at which they were previously enjoying a program. Who the fuck said this? I got to look this up. Yeah, I've never heard of this. But oh no, Big Daddy Government is going to spank us all and make us watch TV shows with appropriate commercial volumes. I'm so glad that is the focus. I like how looking this up from the government website, because, of course, California says, yeah, this is a very big issue that people are very upset about. I'm kind of at a loss for how stupid this is. We have a water shortage crisis in California because California has been stuck for 30 years because of the environmentalist wackos, because of red tape, mandates, regulations. We have not expanded in California the water reservoirs since 76 or 77, somewhere around there. Our population has doubled since then. We went from 19.6 million in 1976 to 38.9 million in 2016. And yet they still have the same water reservoirs. They can't do that. They can't handle fire burnings all over California, but they can control the audio volume. Your ears, my friends, are safe with Governor Newsom. He will cradle your earballs in his hand and tell you it's okay. Don't worry about all the other shit that's happening in California. It's similar to, okay, so California decided that to save the world, to save the environment, to save the trees, they would ban the paper bag, forcing other companies to then invest in plastic bags. So plastic became the norm in California. You couldn't get paper bags anymore. Then they find out that, oopsie doopsie, now we're polluting everything with plastic. And guess what? Plastic is in everything, and it's not good for you to be infested with so much plastic. So now, this year, it's coming into effect. They are now in the process of re-banning the plastic bag and bringing back the paper bag after like 5 or 6 years of chaos and garbage. It's just your classic bureaucracy, stupid, retarded, big daddy government types that just want to force people to live their lives in a way that is acceptable to the ruling elite. You and I are the peons. We are the nobodies. We are the douche nozzles that they should control. And we're too stupid to know what we want and how to live our lives. You know, if I didn't want to listen to loud commercials, I would not watch them. I don't need government to control the volume of commercials. I have hands that can do that. I have buttons on my phone. So there you go. There's California for you.